Hi, I'm Karrie Hill, lawyer turned realtor. And today I've got a special guest. I know it's hard for families to know what they should be asking when they're trying to select a lender. You totally don't want to blow it. It's too important. I've got a great mortgage broker who's going to help you with that today. So let's get to it. Okay, so today we are going to get the lender questions answered from an expert in the field, Paul Olbrantz, a California mortgage broker with clear-to-close-brokers.com. So what are the questions that families should ask when they're selecting a lender?
Yeah, that's a great question. So, here are some things that I would consider asking if I was a family, which I have a family, but looking to select a lender. Number one, how many families have you helped this year? What this tells me by their answer is, are they experienced or not? Look, most industries have apprenticeships. And so if you're a new loan officer hearing this, I'm not saying that they won't do a great job for you or they're not hungry, they want to give you great service. But the reality is you're not an experienced loan officer until you do 100 loans. There's so many things you need to know. So that's going to gauge their experience and how well they're going to take care of you. Now, just to stick up for the people that are brand new, if they don't have many, but they're working for a team and they have mentorship, that's great too. You want to ensure there's mentorship or experience that's going to back you and your family on the biggest purchase of your life. Number two is reviews, right? Do you have reviews? If there's no reviews, that's kind of questionable. But I also want to say this too. I have a lot of respect for people it's so typical that you see lenders or realtors, they have all 5-star reviews, all 5-star. The reality is, let's be real, it's not all 5. Sometimes there's bad experience. So even if there is a bad review, that's okay. At least you know the worst case scenario perhaps that you're going to get into, but you want to know what people are saying about them. And number 3 is, what kind of common mistakes do home buyers make during the process with you? That is a question that is rarely asked to me, and it kind of blows my mind, because here's the thing. Why are some loan processes different than others for other people? And it really is the extent to which they're, I don't want to say listening to the loan officer, but the guidance that is given. Let me give you an example. The most common hurdle or thing that comes up in loans that frustrates people, I would say, is assets. We have to track assets, transact. It's absolutely insane. We have to go above and beyond. Underwriters are all over that. So if you don't know that going in and you're making all these movements with your assets, it's going to be a tough process for you. But if you ask these questions up front, there you go. Now you know.
Okay, so I have a couple of questions, Paul. So the first one is there any such thing as a lender who has like 30 years of experience or 20 or whatever, and they're just bad, that they're not a good lender?
Yeah, absolutely. I think it would have to do with a follow-up question would be interviewing people is, what is your process? What do you do for me when I'm pre-approved? You see, anybody, whether they're new or whether they're old, if they're passionate about helping families, they'll have a system in place. For example, when you get pre-approved with me, getting pre-approved is a 3-step process, right? Once we get you pre-approved, I'm going to call you every 2 weeks. Every Friday, you're getting rate emails. We're always checking in. I'm supporting you. But if you are working with someone that's new or 30 years experience, and you get pre-approved and you never hear from them again, I probably wouldn't call them back either. They're not being very proactive. They're not educating me.
Yeah, so I just want to add one more thing to that, Paul, and that is, I know this because I've worked with you, but after we are working together, you and your partner, Danielle, provide lots of information that I know what's going on in the process, and so does my client as you're moving through that process. And that is something that is different than other lenders that I've worked with. Often I'm the one who's having to call them constantly to see what's going on. My client is having to reach out to. So another thing that people should know is what they can expect after they have chosen a lender and are then working with them.
Yeah, I appreciate that, Karrie. Communication and consistency is absolutely key. Think about it. Once a family gets into contract, now they're dealing with the loan aspect, And on the real estate side, they're doing their inspections, there's loan contingencies, there's so much going on. And if you're not guiding them one step ahead and have systems in place to do that for each and every family, it's tough.
Yeah.
That's the key thing.
You guys do a great job.
Thank you.
Well, thank you, Paul. That information is so helpful to the viewers. If people would like to ask you something, how can they get a hold of you?
Fantastic, Karrie. I would love that. It's really easy. You can either go to my website, which is www.myhomeloanteam.com, myhomeloanteam.com, or just give me a call, 707-494-7017. Would love to connect with you.
Thank you, Paul, for providing all that information. And if you'd like more information about living in Marin County or some information regarding all of the recent real estate changes, check out the videos that should be showing right now. Hey, and please subscribe. It helps. Thank you for watching and have a great day.